Welcome to Business Reporter's Facilities Management Campaign. I'm Rachel Hicks. Real estate executives and their teams have their work cut out for them. We expect them to provide a workplace experience that meets the radically new expectations of millennials and Generation Z, while supporting often fast-changing business needs. But can we expect them to jump over a raised bar while hamstrung by ever-shrinking budgets? Can they step up to the plate while managing the uncertainties of the supplier market? And can they keep up with the digital curve and adapt the environment quickly enough to attract the kind of versatile, digital-savvy talent their business needs? Well, this is what we're going to discuss with Valerie Bonin, Director of Incendium Consulting, who has 20 years of experience in providing real estate advice and support to corporates. Good morning, Valerie.
Good morning.
What are the challenges that your clients face?
The biggest challenge they face is around uncertainty due to the increased pace of change. So corporate real estate teams are expected to adapt, evolve and change the workplace at an ever increasing pace, often with little support. The key factors driving this change are, first of all, changing demographics. So as you alluded to, Generation Z and millennials, by 2025, they will make up 75% of the workplace population. I would say another key factor is changing jobs, i.e. 65% of school children entering primary school today will be in jobs that simply do not exist at the moment. And thirdly, the ever-increasing sustainability and environmental agenda that corporate real estate teams are at the forefront of leading. But change is not going away, and in fact, the pace is increasing.
So that really is a challenge. What constraints do real estate executives face trying to meet these challenges?
Okay, so doing more for less, even faster, and with often little support. So we talked about having to do more in a different way, but that's also with an added constraint of the ever-increasing pace of technology and keeping up with the pace of technology. And also, real estate and FM can still sometimes be viewed as an operational commodity rather than the enabler of the workplace it really is. So corporate real estate teams can be faced with little support from the board. However, the good news is that our more successful clients who have acknowledged these constraints and embraced them are much more successful.
So to what extent could outsourcing be a potential solution here?
That's a question our clients are asking a lot at the moment, especially with outsourcing back in sharp focus with the demise of a number of big firms in the last few years and also some contracts running into difficulties both in the public but also the private sector. Our clients are asking whether it can provide value for money, bring them the right skills and actually deliver at all. And it absolutely can. It can definitely bring the flexibility and scalability that you require. It can bring huge economies of scales and therefore savings. And it brings market expertise that corporates just often do not have in-house. However, it requires a very different type of partnership to the ones we've seen in the last 5, 10, 15 years. It requires a deeper, often a longer relationship style of partnership. It requires both organizations to feel that they're benefiting commercially from the deal. And ultimately, you need to have the end user, the customer at the forefront of that contract.
Which are the key areas that your clients look for expert consulting advice?
So in a nutshell, our clients are asking three broad questions. What's the rationale for change? How can I affect that change? And actually, what does it mean for me and my real estate team? So we then help them in 3 or 4 key areas to address these questions. So firstly, what is the business strategy driving that specific business? And therefore, how can the real estate strategy support that business and in fact elevating that agenda at board level? Secondly, once you've established a strategy, what should my target operating model as a real estate executive look like, both in-house but also including my supply chain? Thirdly, we also then support clients in outsourcing that supply chain, from developing the strategy for the procurement to running that procurement and mobilizing it. The last area where we provide support to clients is more around through the life of the contract, providing quality assurance on what is working well and areas that might need to evolve. But in a nutshell, we provide support through the life cycle of these questions.
What are the benefits for companies using strategic workplace thinking and strategic procurement of services?
The biggest overall benefit is to provide a suitable workplace for the workers, the end users, to do their business. At the high level, that's it. So in more details, a well-run strategic procurement can, for instance, it can be the catalyst for an integrated data and analytics platform that will provide you metrics around well-being, sustainability, utilization, and so on. It can also be an enabler for flexibility and scalability if you need to fastly expand in another country, or change your portfolio and so on. And also, I would say it enables your in-house team to focus on their core business and the strategy, rather than being dragged into operational matters. Ultimately, the biggest benefit is supporting the end user with a suitable and enhanced workplace.
Okay, so if you were to talk to decision makers who wish to transform their workplace, what are the key points that you would say they need to consider?
Consider real estate and FM as a major enabler of the workplace. It's not an operational commodity. Use outsourcing as suitable for your organization, but it can be a great driving force. It needs to be done right, though, with the right partnership in place. And lastly, you've got to resource up, both in terms of skills and in terms of time, to get the project right.
Valerie, thank you very much for coming in to talk to us today.
Thank you very much.